Hello, 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 all of my machine heads. Something a little bit different. Oh, the snow's coming. No! Welcome back to episode 14. You believe 14 already episodes of these wonderful, absolutely, I know, it's crazy. I got to do, what was it that I had to do to switch the snow off? Remember? I forgot what I had to do.
You never told me. You told me you knew how to do it. That's
yeah, I did too. I thought I did. Where was it? Oh, I might have to. Give me 1 second here. I don't want to waste all my time doing this because it just makes for not a good video when it's snowing out. But anyways, right. Take it away. Let them know what we're doing, and I'll try to figure it out real quick. So.
Okay. All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the episode. I hope you enjoy it. Today, we are going to be very busy. We got harvesting to do, we got baling to do, we got planting to do, and then we got cultivating to do. So, hang on, because we're going to be rocking and rolling. So, hope you enjoy it, and let's get a farming.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do that. Yeah, see, it reduces the yield. So, I don't want to read. This is our field.
Well, we're getting rid of that one, so I guess.
Yeah, I forgot. You know, I thought I had it figured out, which I did yesterday, and then I forgot today. Oh. Never ends with me.
Oh, well.
I think it's the one where you set the day. Might even be under settings. Yeah. I got it. I think I got it real quick here. Go under my settings, and then it'll say fixed visual month. Yep. There, see? Got it.
I hear rain now.
Well, it stopped it for temporarily. It doesn't ever stop the season thing, but it did make it brighter.
Right.
At least temporarily while we get this harvest done. It's like weird because when you record like that, it's just it makes it weird with the snow. Like my software editing that I use picks up all those little snowflakes, and it tries to edit every little snowflake, and I'm like, no, stop.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, how are you all doing today? I'm sorry that my intro was a little shorter. I got preoccupied with that, the snow, and so I wanted to get that done. So are you guys doing good? I hope everybody's doing well. Like Gutterball said, we've got a lot to do today in our little bit of time that we're together. And I'm going to finish harvesting here, and then Gutterball is planting a field of sorghum on field 1.
Supposed to be. I pulled a U.
What?
I gotta get the cultivator. I planted freaking grass.
Oh, been there, done that. Yep. So grab your cultivator and start over. That's what I've done. Yep. I've done it. That's why I laugh. I've done it at least 5 times, probably on this map alone.
Even though I ain't on camera, I still let them know that I make my mess ups too.
But as you guys know, we did do some testing off of camera, and I filled Gutterball in with all of the numbers and found out that sorghum is the way to go. For all of you people wondering, you get really, really, really comparable yield. And the reason why I say that is because you double up on it. When you're getting if you were to just do one sorghum field and one wheat field, you're gonna get more wheat, obviously. But where you get the same amount as wheat is you
two harvests.
You get 2 harvests to 1. But where you actually make up the time or the effort is the straw. You do get about the same amount of straw. So, and sorghum sells for more. So reality is that if you were just going to do chickens and chickens alone, like, you know, I've seen many people do it, and in fact I've done it. Sorghum, just grow sorghum, that's it. But if you're going to do other animals, then probably wheat would be better, especially if you're doing pigs, because then you're getting pig food as well as the whatever you call it there, the straw.
Oh. Yeah, I was surprised because, I never did sorghum.
Nope,
A,
me
because
neither.
I didn't know what the heck it was, and I figured, well, I'm not going to get the yield because I just seen how much you get on wheat.
Yep. Well, that's the thing is, I think that jeez, I think that everybody in the planet, including myself, has just assumed that wheat is where to go because we've always done wheat. Everybody and their brothers always just done wheat for chickens.
Right.
So when I discovered it, and I did a little bit of testing. Now, we also did testing on how much chickens eat. And our 60,000 that we have right now is going to last us 4 months, just about. So guess what? It's just about enough time for the next sorghum harvest to come out. So it works out to where you harvest, and then you bale, and then you get your fields ready, and guess what? You're ready to go for the next harvest. That's why I like it. I don't have to wait the 7-8 months for it.
That's why I like that challenge that you're doing on yours. When you start off with fewer chickens, you can get a head start on the
and I'm also
part of it.
On that challenge. Also, I'm going to be in the fact of I'm going to use Gutterball's brain on that map with me, and I'm going to put a few bales of each time around towards my cows, so that when I start my cows, I will already have my silage, I'll already have my hay bales, things like that. But remember, as we talked about, everyone and Gutterball, we can't buy sheds until we get set up. So just keep that in mind, everybody. We need to design this rhyme. Oh, it's great. The only thing I don't like about sorghum is it's really tough to see where you are, like, unless you're really high up. I mean, if you're in cab, that would be a joke, which I just did. But you are getting a bunch of straw. We've got a bunch of bales off this field.
Yeah, we did.
So if I get another 85... Now, we did talk about this. So to fill all of our family members in, if you are listening, which I know you are because most of you watch most of Gutterball and I's videos, the next time we get ready to harvest, which is about 4 months from now, we are going to be upgrading this header from a 5.5 to a 7.5. Then the next thing would be to upgrade the harvester itself, the combine. But that's going to be down the road because those are expensive. So what Gutterball and I are going to focus on is over the next 2-3 months, while we're waiting for our harvest to grow, we're going to start getting up our loan paid off. Because once we get the loan paid off, then it's all downhill. Then at that point, we just wait for our pens to be all full, and when they're full, and then we start buying property. Once it's all done, and we have everything upgraded to what we need, then we can think about moving on. But not until then. And even then, we may not, because I'm really enjoying this map.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've been on a map that we've enjoyed and didn't want to get off.
Right.
I'm really liking it. I really, really am.
Yep. And it's like, you guys go through those just the same as we do. You get 4, 5, 6 episodes in, you start seeing all these pretty maps drop. This has absolutely sufficed us with playability. And as you can see, we're having to literally upgrade to a 7.5 to a maybe even a 9-meter header, because eventually we've going to have a lot of fields to harvest.
Right.
So, that's the fun part of the animal challenge, is that once you get to, and everybody is welcome to try it. It's just that if you deviate from it, you fail. So, unfortunately, that's fine. Everybody can play it the way they want, like Gutterball and I just talked about. Y'all can play it any way you want it. Do it any way you want. It's your game, after all. But if you want to complete the real challenge that I'm doing on the Green Hills, then you need to follow the rules to a T or you fail.
Well, and the reason why you fail is because once you deviate, you know, like let's say you get a barn without paying for it with your animals.
Yep.
The only way you can get back on track is to sell that barn, and even then, you get the money from the barn.
Yep.
So you cannot get back on track once you deviate from it.
Because you guys know I'm getting ready to record episode 3. Well, because it would have been 4, but I had that debacle. I'm getting ready to technically do episode 4, and I still don't even have a single shed or a single silo. I don't even have a silo yet. I may have to dump the sorghum on the ground until I get a chance to buy it. And that's the fun part of the challenge, is you're gonna struggle. It's not gonna happen overnight, you know.
And it's a lot of planning ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Big time planning ahead.
Yep. That's why you start small with your tiny little equipment and your tiny little pens to give you a chance to get ahead. And you know what's funny, Gutterball, is that even though you and I came up with that challenge, or shall we say you came up with that challenge, I just kind of went with it. I used to play the same way in 19. And remember when I first started on this, remember there was so many people that were going, oh, can you start with more cows than 10? Because I always did a little bit so that I could get ahead.
Right.
Because once they get up to 500, 600, 700 cows, you start using a lot of feed. So it's kind of funny that I used to play that way, and then I met you, and then when you came up with that challenge, I was like, hey, this is the way I play anyways, which is super fun because that is the way I play. And everybody knows that as soon as you start deviating from the way that you enjoy to play the game, it's not fun anymore. So, like I told you guys in my video, the challenge is not for everybody. It is not. It is an excruciating, long, drawn-out challenge. And the reason I say that is chickens are fun. Chickens will reproduce like nobody's business. But when you get to your cows, or if you went to pigs or whatever, they take a long time to reproduce, like sheep especially. You know? I just got another that little section that was left to harvest, Gutterball. We got another 16,000 liters of sorghum off of it.
Really?
Yep.
Cool. Keep it going. Keep it going.
That's what I'm saying. At this point in time, we're at almost 70,000. We will have enough sorghum. So what I'm going to do, if you want, is I'm going to set my bales. I'm going to start baling right now, and then I'm going to start picking these bales up. I'm going to put, for every 8 bales that I put in the shed, I'm going to keep 8 bales out for you to sell. Because remember, we still have probably 8 to 10 bales in the bank barn up top.
Right.
And we're not going through we're not going through it as quickly as what I thought we were. Not yet, anyways. We may eventually. Oh, I'm going to have to do a second trip with this. Yep.
Actually, that field you're on, we might as well just go ahead and sell every bale we get from there because we got that other field to do yet.
Well, let me do
by the sell point.
Let me do my trick first, and then if it works out to where we have an excess, like if the shed is full, before I get over to the other one, I'll just sell all the ones off that one. Vice versa. It doesn't. I mean, half a dozen, but we're going to get more bales off this field than we will that one. I'm actually bringing 12,100 back, and I got still 4,000 in the harvester. So 16,000 more on top of the 60,000. So we have 76,000 sorghum off 2 fields.
Yeah, we're set for a little while then.
At least till the next harvest is ready.
Right.
That's what's fun. And we're going to sell that field 5 when we're done, guys and gals. I have to keep saying that. And we're going to purchase a field that's closer, so I'm not running so far. Eventually, now Gutterball and I did talk about this off camera, eventually, when we own all of it, we may have to go to a bigger baler pickup. You know, at that point in time, instead of just 8, we may have to go to the 24 or see if we can find one that holds 16.
Which is fine because we got plenty of space.
Right.
To be able to lay them on the belly.
Yep.
Not upright. So.
Well, worst case scenario, we stack them in there like we want. Like eventually, if you get to the point where you have to upgrade to the 24, you bring them up and then you put them in, you stack them and you leave the 8 one up here. You put them in that and then you stack them into the barn. But I never thought that we would be this busy, did you? I thought we were going to run out of stuff to do.
I know when we first I was like, man, with these small fields, are we going to be able to stay busy?
Yeah. I thought the same exact thing. Now, are you just cultivating the whole thing? Or are you seeding now?
No. I'm seeding now.
Nice. What do you think of that seeder?
Like it.
It doesn't use much, does it? It's almost like it's dialed way down. Oh, I just went the wrong way again.
I'm on my second headland and only used I'm at 81%.
Yeah.
Out of 100.
Now, when we buy field 3, right here is where we're going to make our entrance to our field.
Yeah.
We're not going around. We're not playing that game. Nope. All right, I'll get this. I'll put these at the end. I'll finish baling, and then I will run the bales up and then start baling up field 13. And we'll go from there. And then we can sell this field by field 3, which field 3 has corn in it, but we can plow it right in if you want.
Right.
Yeah, right here's
early in this growth stage, isn't it?
It's wicked early, yeah. There's field 3, everybody. We're going to be buying that next. And I'll go through and get rid of those trees for us. And we'll be good. We'll be good.
Bada bing, bada boom. You can't say it.
And I'm not allowed to say it, right? But, you know, we talked about it in depth before we started. We never, ever thought we would be, like, rushing trying to get stuff done because we're, you know, it's like almost like you need 5 other people.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Now I'll put this in here. That's great. I mean, that was a decent yield off this field. Really was. I'm not going to lie.
Well, when you take care of your fields the right way with lime and fertilizer, that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I get a lot of times people are like, well, I don't roll my fields and I don't do that. And you know, people are like, oh, it's only 2%. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. Well, then you start to realize 2% is the difference between, you know, 1,000 yield and 5,000.
Right.
And when you're counting your every bit of freight that you have, every bit of yield that you have, you know. Now
Play truck sim tonight, brother?
Yes.
Is that why you're thinking freight?
Yep. I bought a 1961 Mack truck. It's called the B61 truck. Except that
the one you asked me about last night.
And the problem with it is I have way over horsepowered it. So normally I looked it up, and on the internet it normally says it comes with the factory only 263 horsepower. But they did about the mid 70s. They did upgrade it to where it will hold like 400,000 or. They put 400 horsepower in it. And I've got like an 800 horsepower tractor in it.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, you're a little over.
Yeah. So I'm cruising down the road going like 60, 65 with absolutely, you know, I'm carrying roof shingles and not even bogging down. It's like crazy. So I said to the wife, I said, well, I better go back down to at least the 400 horsepower and struggle, or get a more modern truck, one of the two.
Right.
But I was going to message you, and I'm thinking, I when you get into the really, really super long runs, like the 1,000-mile ones, they take, like, I have to do it in like 2 or 3 increments because I start falling asleep. And I said to the wife, I said, I don't know how Gutterball does it, because I'd have been crashed on the side of the road. I'd have been falling asleep.
Yeah, long day for me. I normally get it about 380 to 400 a day. Every now and then they'll throw in a 600, and boy, does that take.
I know. But
I don't
I
like
had
that.
a run from Bangor, Maine to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
It was
yeah,
one.
That's a good one.
It was 1,173 miles. And I averaged about, even with the 800 horsepower tractor or motor in it, I was still averaging 6.4 miles per gallon, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad because I get 6.8 to 7.2 depending on the hills
So
and the weather.
I made it almost 600 miles before they make you rest, you know.
Right.
But I do have a mod in that extends the time. Like, you know how in that game they give you a certain amount of time to deliver?
Yeah.
Well, I got it where it gives me 500 hours to get my load there. That way I can just drive real slow and relax and not have to be rushed and kind of like the way I play Farm Sim the same way as I play Truck Sim. I try to do it as realistic as I can. Do I follow every stinking rotten law on the road? No. I don't stop at stop signs. I don't do all that stuff.
I don't either when I play that.
Especially if you can look out your mirror and see if there's somebody coming. If there's nobody coming, I just keep going.
That's what I do on the game. Not real life.
No, but I've got it to where you can, if you slow down enough and do it, you can time the lights so you never have to stop.
Right.
It's crazy, but
now,
anyways,
I do that in real life.
You know,
coming through towns, I'll try to time the lights so I don't have to stop.
But it does kind of suck when you're going like 6 miles an hour to try to make the light instead of just stopping.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It's even worse when you have to come to a complete stop with a heavy load and try to get up to speed.
Especially if it's on a hill.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the game.
Okay,
I use it.
Go
ahead.
Headed your way with come get the bales now.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten so far 4 more bales off this at 9,000 each, or 11,000 each. And I'm getting ready to do the 5th one. That's 55 more thousand. But yeah, put one in the straw barn and then keep one outside to sell.
Okay.
And then when we get caught up and we don't have anything else to do, then we'll sell bales. Because we still have the whole other field yet, and we're not going to need that many straw. We got a lot of bales. Look at this, guys and gals. That's a lot of straw bales for sorghum. Now, without that mod, you would not get straw from sorghum. So, but in real life, you do. That's why I put the mod in here. We're actually making decent time. That whole field's seeded already?
Yep.
Nice. And by the time we get done baling and the other fields, and you know what it's going to be? It's going to be perfect because it will be like staggered. Because by the time we get this done here with the bales, pick them up. We get done baling the other field, pick them up. Our day is going to be over. Then we've got to still cultivate and lime and fertilize that field over there, field 1 and field 3. And they'll all be staggered, which will be great. That way you don't have to...
Yeah, when we go to buy that field 3, before we buy it, you check and see what the price says for you. I'm going to check and see what the price says for me and see if...
Right now, I am at field 3. Here we go. If I buy it right now, it's going to cost $178,343.
Oh, it's the same.
But if you noticed, we've lowered it 28%.
Right.
It's so funny because it's field 3, but if you click it on it, it's field 7.
I know.
I don't know why.
I noticed a lot of maps do that. I wonder why.
I think they all do it, to be honest with you, because we've been having problems with that. And it's funny because I'll say go to field 7, and you'd be like, field 7? We don't have a field 7.
Yeah, I know.
All right, and then I will head up, start baling the other field. Is that your first load?
Yes, sir.
Boy, I tell you, these tractors are perfect for this map. Now, if you guys notice, Gutterball and I talked about this quite a bit. If you were on this map single player, you'd be running. Because we're on this multiplayer, and we're still like, we keep it like the work never ends. Like this field straight ahead, guys, is our one we're buying, the one with corn in it. We're going to plow that under, and we're going to get some sorghum in it. But we got to get our other fields that we already own planted first, and then that one will be the last one that we plant. But yeah, if you were, for real, if you were on this map single player, whew, if you use the key is, like Gutterball said to you guys last night, the key is using the right size equipment. If you came on here and were using like 14, 15 meter equipment, you'd have the whole map done in an hour.
Right.
But I think our sprayers and our manure spreaders and things like that are a little bit larger, but for the most part, I think our equipment's like 6 meters, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what's funny? I just drove completely by the field I needed to go. Drove right by it. Kept, like my brain went into autopilot when I went back to the farm. Oh, don't ever get old. Remember when we started? We had trees here. And we leveled it out and we got rid of the trees. I mean, if you guys think about all the stuff that we've actually done on this map, go back and watch episode 1. And you'll see that this section back here was completely trees. And we cut them up. We took them to the sawmill. We sold them. Whoops. Nice if I was not bailing at 15 miles an hour. Fury's got to fix that. Because that's getting about annoying.
Right.
Yeah, is it the end of the world? No. But.
No, but it is a shocker when all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I'm doing 15 miles an hour?
No. There's my first bale. First bale. And then what'll be nice is by the time we get this field done. You okay?
Yeah.
Somebody sneezed. By the time we get this one set with lime and fertilizer and cultivated in and planted, and we get field 3 done, our grass fields be done. So it's going to be like we can literally just go from field to field to field.
Never fails, man.
Oh, yeah.
We get one thing done, there's another thing that has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
It's just non-stop.
Which is why I think I'm enjoying it.
Right.
It's not like you can... I've had a lot of Let's Plays, like, you get to the point of wintertime and there's not a lot to do.
Then you start trying to invent jobs.
Yep.
To keep yourself busy.
Well, I'm going to drive to the store today, and I'm going to do this, and yep. We haven't had to do that in this one very much, have we?
No, not really.
In fact, what's really nice...
The only time was cutting them trees down.
Yep.
We didn't really have a whole lot to do, so we decided to make that field a little bigger.
And that's the other thing, guys. We haven't even started really clearing any trees yet.
No, that was in the plans, but
We're
we
busy.
ain't been able to get to it yet.
We're busy farming. We will be upgrading to our equipment at some point. Not crazy. I don't want to go nuts. I really don't.
Right.
I don't think that would be, to keep with our realistic here, I don't think it would be right. But I think that if we got everything to like maybe, because some of our cultivators are 8 meters already, right? I think. Did you fall in?
7.
7. Okay. Oh, you were looking?
Yeah.
So if we just went to like 8 meters and called it a day, I mean, that's,
9.
8 or 9 and then called it a day, that's some decent sized equipment.
Right. Eat there.
I know that the only thing that we could upgrade our manure spreaders and stuff to like, 24 meters, but what fun is that?
Well, like we talked before, because we were talking about doing that with 2 of them. Look what we're covering when we both do it at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine's 10, and I think yours is 12.
Yeah.
So we're covering 22 meters at a time when we're both doing it. But thank you, guys. Thank you for all the wonderful, beautiful, awesome comments. As usual, if you guys are in a good spot, financially, don't hesitate to join the Fury Machine Gaming immediate family. It's 99 cents a month, and it helps the channel grow, and it'll give you access to, we've talked about it every episode, so we're not going to go too in-depth about it. Next Thursday will be the very first episode of the very new family members, because the last one I did for family members was a bunch of the people who had gotten free memberships. So this one will be the ones that legitimate. You guys are all whatever, and I do believe we're going to do a build your own farm, but you guys are going to decide which equipment, things like that. Same premise we had last time, except this time we're gonna get you guys going. There's not as many of you. Ooh. There is a bale off the field, just so you guys know. Just so you know.
Well, 15 bales we got off that field.
Total?
Yep.
And that's times 11,000, so that's 162,000? That's a lot of straw off one field.
Right.
Not to mention, I'm already on, I do believe, like 5 bales in this on this field already. 5 bales. 5 bales.
Ooh, that snow's coming down pretty good now.
Yours is?
Uh-huh.
Not mine.
I got snow, rain, thunder.
Not me. I got a fixed month. I don't have any snow.
I'm going to have to do that.
Yep, you go under the additional game set. No, you go under your original settings, and you click it over to fixed month, and then you click it back off when you're done, and it shuts it off, and then it can go back to snowing. Now, once we get past February and into March, it probably won't snow that much, so we won't have to deal with it anymore. But the only reason I turn it off is because it doesn't help. It does not help the recording at all. It just makes it miserable. Especially since it was messing with our yield. This field is... What size is this field? This is decent. Because that's 1, 2 there, 3, 4. Yep, we've done 4 bales already. That's 44,000 that we've done on this field alone, and plus the 160,000 off the last field.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're just, that's why I said, Gutterball and I are finding out, and if you guys want to take a little bit of advice from us, keep your fields right around 5 to 6 acres. And the reason why I say that is, yes, they're tiny. Yes, they're tiny, we get it, but they're manageable, and you still get a lot of yield. I mean, both of these...
It really cuts down on the being bored.
Yes. Because you're not on a field, like, trust me, I'm on my personal Let's Play on Hastings, North Dakota, and my first field is 54 acres, and I'm 13 hours in, and I don't even have it harvested yet. So... And the thing is I did that on the oaks, and it burns you out. It's just, like, ridiculous. So I understand those people who like the giant maps. I get it. But utilize your workers and utilize your course player. You're going to go insane. I think that the reason that people like the bigger fields and stuff is there's not as much like starting and stopping. It's kind of like you put your cruise on and you just leave it and you kind of relax and you chill out. And I get it, but I like to farm. I don't like to spend hours just looking at the same harvest. Yeah, there's another one. That's 6 bales. 5 bales. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 6. Okay, so that's 66,000. No, it's 5, sorry. 55,000 liters. That's crazy. It goes up and up and up and up and up. I think I'll do this bale or the next Let's Play in black. Just I think my logo would pop more on it with it black.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of neat. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a stack of 8 ready to be sold.
Nice. And a stack of 8 in there, right?
Yep.
There you go. That's why
I really like how we got our chicken barns, how they kind of stagger out.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, agreed. Well, that's why I said we were talking about it, and without even really trying, we've done the animal challenge on this map. Without even really trying. We're on our second version of chicken pens. Remember, we started with the 360s, and we're into the 800s, so we're into it. We could put bigger pens in, but they won't really fit. See how nice...
But the only thing we didn't follow that with is we started with chickens and cows.
Right, instead of just chickens, right.
The only thing, right.
Right, exactly. Now, the nice thing, Gutter, about that little 8 bale stacker, look how nice you can whip around the field with it.
Right.
It is easier to play that game, but... Remember, was it Fs19 or 17? When, if it was snowing or raining, you would, like the straw on the ground would start to deteriorate?
Yeah,
I think that was...
like you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, because it would say the ground is frozen. You couldn't do... you couldn't do anything. It was kind of nice. It was realistic, that's for sure. So, like, I always grade them, and I say that the most extensive seasons mode was FS17. That was where they had a little temperature up in the corner, and you couldn't, like, from November until February or March, you couldn't plow, you couldn't do anything, because the ground was frozen. And it had the little wind icon for, like, to dry your hay. And then in 19 they made the aggressive decision to, when you mowed hay, it would just dry on its own. Remember? You could just mow grass and... Hi. What you doing?
Waiting on somebody to get the bales done.
Yeah.
All right.
Your tractor was over here going around in a circle, backwards.
Yeah, when I come back from selling and buying that land,
I was like, "What you doing?" Your tractor was literally going around in a circle. I was like, "Okay." All right.
They charged us a lot more for that 303 charged us $247,000.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was 240. It was 240 something, wasn't it?
It was 117. I thought you said.
I'm not. Hey, hang on one second. Let me get over this hill here, and I will go like this to sell it 247. So, did I read it wrong? I might have read it wrong. You never know. You remember, you're dealing with me. So...
we had enough. Now we're down to 32 grand, so yeah, we're going to be selling some stuff again.
Yeah, well, you'll have some bales to sell, which isn't going to give you a lot, but... Now, can you sell to the BGA without having to own it? Or do you have to own the BGA?
That I didn't try, so I don't know.
Because that would also give us free... Remember, you can also sell our slurry, too, if you need it. Unless we're saving it just in case we need it.
No, you can sell silage to the biogas plant.
Okay.
You didn't
So,
pick another bale then?
If
Okay.
no, it's well 2,000 short. Now, if you want to grab 2 more bales or whatever to fill your thing and start selling them, that's fine. We can. I don't know why I go in autopilot and go drive into the farm. This goes over here. Right? You wanted all the baling equipment over here, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can. Whatever bales you have left there and whatever ones you have out, you can go ahead and sell those, and we'll make our own. We'll start making a little money. If we can get to 60,000, then we'll do the plan that we wanted. But at least the baling's done, and we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 bales in here, plus the ones in the bank barn. Man, we always get so much done, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Unfortunately, now, am I just cultivating first and then I'll lime and fertilize?
Yeah, because it's hard to see with that sorghum.
Okay. Yeah, you can sell those and the ones that we have out. Because remember, too, that when we get to... Now, is the green one mine or the blue one mine?
Blue.
Boy,
But you're not allowed to use mine?
No, I just want to try to use... One's a Ford and the other one's a... Ooh. I think for us, though, the best thing we ever did is get rid of that manual attach.
I got rid of it in mine, too. My personal one. It's fun when you first start using it, and then it gets old.
It gets old real quick, yeah. But we got 2 fields. Well, we got the harvest finished. We got 2 fields baled up. We're selling the bales. We got a field bought, and we got 1 field planted already. So we are absolutely going right along this episode. That is for sure.
Man, these roads sure challenge you with your driving.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is for sure.
It definitely made it tight over here.
Hey, I'm going 8 miles an hour downhill.
Hit that little tree one more time and the chainsaw's coming out.
I don't know how many times I've done that where you turn around and you're like, okay, that's it. It's on now.
I give it 3 times. After the 3rd time I hit the same tree, it's gone.
Yep. Nice. I'm definitely not going to cultivate up the hill. I'm going to come down the hill. There we go. 3,600. We'll take it. And you got 1 more to sell. Why does it keep taking away our points, though?
I don't know. I don't understand that. Is it because our score's too good?
I don't know.
That ain't right.
Shouldn't be that way.
Because it's Gutterball and Fury.
I know. Well, since you guys are playing it, we're just going to take off money for you. That's okay. We're going to take off points for you. It's okay.
There we go. So if any of you guys are playing on this map, let us know if you take negative numbers every time you sell something.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
Smacking us with them.
I mean, granted, we're making more money than what we're, you know, we're definitely making more money than we're losing, but it's not the point. Crazy how you can stay this crazy busy, isn't it?
On a little map.
On a little map. 100% crazy right there. Well, before we go too much further, I got about 40 minutes left. I better check to see if we're recording. That would suck. Well, by the way, we're starting over. Yeah. Okay, guys. You guys know how it's going to work. You're going to lose the game sounds, but you're not going to lose me. And yes, we're at 46 minutes. Yes, we're at 46 minutes. Wow. I know. Now you understand why I cannot do the 30 minutes. It's too fast. For the style of play that we do, it's just too fast. There, I had to get out a little farther. I'm also trying to let that manure build up just a little bit more. Because we only have 23,000 in the one. And I don't know what we have in the other one, but that'll go pretty quick.
Right. Although we're setting good slurry-wise.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know. I hate to keep buying equipment because I'd like to get this loan paid off, but we may have to buy a slurry spreader.
Or we got that trailer.
Does that work as a slurry spreader?
Yeah, but the tank that's on there now is just for milk. There is a slurry tank on there, too.
Yeah, but can you spread slurry with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I got, I don't know, I'd say 6 meter spread on it.
Okay. Man, that stupid little cough of mine. Still going.
Can't get rid of that, huh?
It's just a lot of it's my pop filter. It just collects dust, and this, you know, I live in a 250-year-old house. It was built in 1790, so this house has got dust in it for days. And, you know, you get 4, 5, 6 air filters anyways, but, you know, it gets caught up in my pop filter, and then I'm just sucking it in because my face is stuck to it.
Okay, bye-bye tree.
Yep. It's like when I'm using that bale stacker and I forget that the wing is out and I run into a barn with it. It never ends. I do it all the time. Now, what you got to do, though, everyone on this field, on this map, you have to strategically, as you can see what I'm doing, you can't, with the lack of horsepower we have, we cannot cultivate uphill at all. It'll drop it right down to like 1 or 2 miles an hour. If you want to get your field done in a somewhat timely manner, you got to go down as much downhill or as much level as you can.
Right.
As you can see, even with just this little baby hill, I've slowed down to 4. That was more. Oh, you had an extra bale on there, didn't you?
Yeah. The first one only had 7 on it. Alright, that's 7,000.
Yeah.
We're only 20 from where we started the day out, so that's good. Alright.
Well, I think we have enough seeds and fertilizer in in the tank. If you wanted to put like 30,000 on that and leave just 10,000 to buy manure in case we need it, you can put 30,000 on the loan.
Okay.
So at least we're paying something. And then next month, when we get the eggs, that'll all go on the loan. And the
yeah,
milk.
because I think we should hold off buying more farmland for right now.
Right. We just bought the one, and it was only because it was closer. But we have everything we need. As long as we have at least 10,000 in the bank for manure, because manure is not expensive at all.
Right.
As long as we have enough for that, because I may just buy it, because I'm trying to build up on manure, and that's the hardest part. Unless we... Now, if we convert that, it's going to cost us more money, right?
Yeah.
So I want to wait on that. Trying to get the loan started to pay it off.
Well, that'll be our next episode. We sell eggs again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Eggs and milk. And eggs give us 26,000. They would be more if we... All right, I'm going to go up here, go around. It would be more if we had more chickens, but we can't afford them. So, we can't...
We got 2,400. That's enough.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's just... We'll do it the right way, and we'll...
Plus, I don't know where the heck we would put the other
Well, that's
barn.
it, you know.
We're packed pretty good around
I do
here.
think eventually the next map I'd like to go to has like medium-sized fields, about this size. But remember, too, as we've always talked about, even if it has bigger fields on it, we can chop them up, make them any size we want. We don't have to have the 60, 70 acre fields. I'm just looking at maybe a bigger farmyard.
Right.
And not necessarily, I mean, this one's not bad. You can whip around in there pretty good.
This ain't bad for a European map.
Right.
Because usually these farmyards are tight.
Yes.
So you're on 13.
Yep, cultivating it. I've got about a quarter of it done.
All right, and I'll head over to 3.
Yep, we got about 20 minutes, which is about 9 or 10 minutes real life. It's been fun, though. I mean, this episode's definitely, we're cranking right along. We got a lot done. We are. But if you guys want a challenge with even a horsepower, yes, you could. I'm sure that little Fiat 500 we used to have, remember, that had 194 horsepower? That would actually work pretty good on this map.
Right.
What I would do, though, for you...
It's a nice size field.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine the yield we're going to get off that with sorghum. Because it's as big as Field 5, if not bigger.
Right.
I think, at least. Nice, nice, nice. Well,
get it.
Are you going uphill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been strategically... The reason it's taking me longer is I'm not going back and forth. I'm literally driving up to the top of the field and coming back down. And then I'll go across the field the short way because that 2 miles an hour uphill is ridiculous.
I was trying to get the headland done and... Whew.
Yep. So what I would do if I were you is the same thing I'm doing, is just get yourself set up where you know where it's uphill or downhill and just cultivate downhill. Then Pick it up,
Right.
drive up the other end, and do it the same thing. Because this map has a lot, and I'm not going to lie, a lot of hills.
But they're so gradual, it's kind of hard to tell until you get out here and start working ground.
Yep. Next thing you know, you realize you're going 2 miles an hour. You're like, yeah. Like, if you look at that field, you don't think it's very steep, but then you go down here like this, and you realize it is steep. So that... We also have to upgrade our tractors. There's so much we have to do yet before we even can consider being done on this map. You know, so we're going to be on here a while, guys, so pack yourself a sandwich. It's going to be a while. Because we still got a lot to do before we can even consider being done. I want to be able to do... I don't care if we keep the same equipment size, 8 meters, 7, 8 meters. That's fine, but I want to be able to pull them any which way I want.
Right.
And right now, we have 210 horsepower, and it's not enough, as you can see. And this little cultivator I'm using only takes 120 horsepower. So the hills are absolutely coming into play.
Well,
so
you get over here on this field. Both directions.
Yep.
Like this one I'm doing the long way.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine until you get about halfway over, and then you hit a hill.
Yeah, it's a ball. It's a bowl, I mean. That's like my dad used to say, I walked uphill both ways to school. How'd you walk uphill both ways? If you walked uphill to get there, you walked downhill to get home. Nope, walked uphill both ways. Just like...
Well, yeah, they got to make the story a little worse.
Oh, yeah.
Like getting told that every day in the winter they walk to school, snow up to their chin.
I think what I want to do is I'm going to upgrade... I mean, it's going to be a while. We don't even have money yet. I want to go from 210 to at least 250 and see if that makes a big difference. That's 40 more horsepower to see if we can at least pull our cultivators at least the 8 miles an hour around the fields. That's what I want to do.
That's right. This field's got that rock on the side.
Yep, that's the one we harvested for the contract. So I am going to take a few seconds here and figure out what a 250 horsepower tractor would cost us. That's pretty close to the same style. I want to kind of keep the older one if we can.
Right.
But if we can't, we can't. All right, so let's go. We're going to go medium. And that one's 200. The fence... That was weird. Heard a weird noise. Fence 700 is 162. Let's go all the way over to what we got in the game mods-wise. Oh, we do have our favorite. For only 76,000.
Oh, do we?
Yep, and we also have the Case Pro. So if we went from the IMT and then went to the 800 favorite, which is 7,600. No, I want to go to the CBT instead of this shifting, and got it to like 200 horsepower. Let me see. 916, 205, 245 right there, 924. And then you can even upgrade it one more time to 265. So that's what I want to get right there. And that's only going to be 105,000 for my tractor. And it'll give me 45 more horsepower and then 55 more horsepower when I'm done upgrading it. And it fits our style. It's the older, it's our original one that we bought, remember? That we liked?
Right.
The Fent?
Right.
So if we both went to 245, that would give us 35 more horsepower than we have now. And then we'll upgrade it to 265. After that, if we need more than 265 horsepower, we're in trouble. Because this cultivator only takes 120.
Yeah, we get up that high, then there's more to these hills than what we thought.
Right, which may be. We'll just keep upgrading eventually, but it's 200,000 that we're going to need to upgrade both tractors. So it's going to be a while.
Watch, they got something in the XMLs that as you upgrade your tractors, the hills get bigger.
Jump out of your tractor real quick. Jump out of your tractor real quick.
All done. Okay.
So, guys, we made it. We made it to the end of episode 14 on the St. Kalle Two Brothers Farming Series. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's keep going. We got lots and lots of work to do, as you guys know. So, on that note, let me get my time stopped here so that we can not worry about it going faster. So please, as usual, look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share, and hit that little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury and Gutterball drop a video. And be sure to join the family. Please. It would mean the world to me. Also, be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend. And as usual, we always give Gutterball the last word. And you take it away and wrap us up, and we'll be finished.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for spending your time with us. I hope you enjoyed it. And like you said, if you can, become a member of the immediate family. 99 cents a month is all it is. Hit that subscribe button. Help us keep growing. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and if there's anyone around you that needs some help, please help them out, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Yep, I love you all, and I'll catch you all right back at Green Hills sometimes next. Gutterball.
Gutterball.
All right, guys, have a great one. We'll catch you on the flip side.